It's no secret that Fallout 76 and, to a larger extent, Bethesda has been a complete mess in the last 6 months to a year, roughly. And oh, by the way, if you enjoy this content and you want to see maybe a triple upload today, remember to like this video because you know Fallout fanboys are going to be here in mass to dislike it. So I would appreciate some help offsetting that. I continue. Fallout 76 has been an absolute mess with complete mess up after complete mess up, starting off with the misleading Power Armor edition with the canvas bag mess up, the leaked customer information subsequently from people who wanted the actual item they paid for, the meager 500 atoms to say wasawi, the Nuka Dark Rum mess, and now we've seen banning players become an even more common issue. First, we saw the banning of players and then making them write essays on why cheating is bad to be unbanned. We've seen on January 1st this year, the endgame, the nukes in the game completely stopped working. But now is all of these things most of these things I chose not to cover because I didn't want to keep literally beating a dead horse. But there are 1 million players roughly in the game from the numbers I've seen, so I'd say this is still relevant. Fallout 76 is a game that is literally all about exploring. It's an open world game. And now we're seeing a very frightening trend of Bethesda and Fallout 76 banning people for exploring. It started with going after YouTubers for exposing glitches and became pretty obvious when players discovered a room of unreleased items in a developer room. I'm going to show you two different scenarios. One, Bethesda is now going after YouTubers who post Fallout 76 glitch videos. Bethesda's Fallout 76 came out with a range of different bugs and issues. There are many ways to exploit the game, including duplication glitches. Many YouTubers posted about such glitches and explained how players can achieve duplication. Bethesda started to crack down against such videos by banning the players from the game. It's unclear how many were banned from Bethesda, but we know at least 2 were taken down. What's interesting here is not only their main accounts got banned, but also second accounts that had nothing to do with the duping. The original post came from a Discord chat of one of the YouTubers. Yesterday, just to clarify, Blank and myself are the only 2 confirmed bans for glitching to my knowledge. We've both been banned previously as well, and this all stems from our videos. Another thing is that me and him have barely done any duping or mass crafting recently, and for all that matter on our second accounts that got banned today. Many other people are doing stuff way worse, but no punishment has been dished out. It's very possible Bethesda just gave us reasoning about the mass crafting for our ban because they knew us from our videos, and we had done it again since our previous bans. Basically, what I'm saying is they might just be zoned in on us rather than a generic public currently. Assuming that that's the case, I have no idea when or if that change or as well as how it goes. And here is the email they got. The account has violated the code of conduct and terms of service by exploiting a system issue that results in item duplication. As a result, we have suspended this account. Now, instead of fixing the issue, instead of, in my opinion, rewarding the player for pointing out an error, correcting it, they chose to ban the player. This is some of the most absurd, backwards logic I've ever seen. The whole point of beta testing, for example, or alpha testing is to expose these type of errors. And to say that Fallout 76 is still in a beta state, I think would be an accurate representation. Even though they've charged full price for some time and also offered deep discounts around Christmas, the number of game-breaking errors and crashes would prove to me that the game is absolutely still in a beta form. And then last week we saw players punished for exploring and finding a developer's room. Now, this developer's room has been covered by other people, so I won't focus too much on that. But in a nutshell, there is a room in Fallout 76 that some players figure out how to find. In this room is a human NPC there to take a beating for weapons testing, and basically every item in the game, including some items that have yet to be put on sale in the in-game store. Those players posted videos on YouTube and were banned from the game. Let's take a look at that. Greetings. We would like to reach out to you concerning this Fallout 76 account. Our records indicate that a character or characters on this account appear to be in a corrupted and or unusual state at this time. This form of character corruption is typically seen after a character has visited an area within the game that isn't typically accessible during via normal gameplay. In an effort to ensure the integrity of these characters and the account as a whole, we've temporarily suspended this account. Oftentimes, this form of corruption is directly introduced while performing the unique steps necessary to gain access to one of the locations described above. To properly address and correct this issue, your assistance is vital. If any of these characters on this account have possibly visited one of these locations, please describe the way it was accessed in a reply to this email. That detail should help. So basically what they're saying is confess to your crime and maybe we'll unban you. They go on to say, should we not hear back from you, this Fallout 76 account will simply remain suspended and unavailable until we hear back from you, at which time we will conduct an investigation to reach a final decision about the status of this account. Absolutely disgusting. You're saying to this player who presumably has paid for your game, hey, this whole game is about exploring and experiencing an open world. You've done that. And you know what? You're banned. And if you don't tell us how you did it, you're going to stay banned in perpetuity. And let's be honest here. Let's be very clear. There's zero chance because Bethesda probably already knows how this player accessed this area. Okay? But they just want them to confess in some sort of weird power play. Now, there are some sources that have said players have sold some of these unreleased items on places like eBay or a Fallout 76 market subreddit called Market 76. But again, nobody can prove that yet. In Bethesda's single-player titles, dev rooms are accessible on PC via console commands. As Fallout 76 is an online multiplayer game and therefore lacks console commands, its dev room should theoretically have been inaccessible. Yet this didn't stop some players from discovering reportedly illicit methods to break in. From looking at the video and player accounts, Fallout 76 dev room, which is technically a series of rooms, appears somewhat similar to ones found in Fallout 4 and appears to have several personalized areas with containers filled with every item in the game. A box called All Scrap contains plans for as yet unreleased items, including power armor paint such as winterized military and atom cats. Players suspect these are due to be released in an upcoming PvP factions update. Unbelievable. So what it sounds like to me, it's likely, let's continue. It's likely Bethesda is looking for a way to prevent players from entering this room, and the reported suspensions are a stopgap measure. The developer recently made a more concerted effort to tackle the item duplication glitches, which have fueled an entire side business of people mass selling legendary items on eBay, sometimes for the price of $45. The latest patch seemed to have killed off many of the duplication glitches, for now at least. This has prompted something of a panic amongst dupers as PC patch was released several days before the patch for the console version due out Monday. Some have claimed game servers on console felt more unstable than usual since the patch notes were released, blaming a panic over upcoming removal of duplication glitches. Look, if you're duplicating in-game items and selling them on eBay, I'm fine with you being banned, okay? However, Bethesda and Fallout 76 should be looking at these glitches and correcting them instead of worrying about punishing players and banning YouTubers. They should be looking at how to fix these issues and correct them. From what it sounds like, this developer room is a place that people who knew how to access in previous versions of Fallout could figure out how to get into. Also, Why is this even possible? Why don't you have some sort of server-side only access, a local version of this for your testing? Why is this room even accessible to in-game players? Now, if you're going to cheat in a single-player game like Fallout 4 or something like that, doesn't matter as much. However, in an online multiplayer game, when you're going to be able to do this, you will slant possibly the entire game's economy by getting in-game items that shouldn't be out yet, and maybe then utilizing duplication methods to mass produce these items. Now, seems like an easy fix for Bethesda to just delete the item from in-game after seeing it's leaked, but why not just fix the leak as opposed to banning players for doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that is exploring the world in Fallout? Well, 2019 appears to be no different than 2018 in terms of Bethesda gaffes, and it's going to be interesting to watch as they try to salvage what's left of the Fallout 76 community. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video and you drop a comment in the comment section down below. I've got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to see you again real soon.